wala na pa kayong tiwala sa justice system natin. And that's the reason why sinabi nyo, inaantay nyo na lamang po yung ICC to take effect or to take over of the case that was filed in the International Criminal Court.
Sa totoo lang po, talagang nawala na po kami ng tiwala. Kasi po sa tagal na 7 years na hong namatay yung aking mga anak. Hanggang ngayon po wala pa rin kaming hustisyang nakakamit.
Cannot charge the family or wala kayo nagka-file ng kaso. Wala. Minsan autopsy report ni makuha ni Attorney Chris. Thirdly, Mr. Chair, CHR ang humingi, i-FOI mo. I mean, why should the police FOI the CHR? This is a government agency. In fact, yung relatives of the victims, hindi dapat padaanan ng FOI yan. Anak niyang namatay.
6,000, 66% during his operation of PNP, and 27%, 1,045 committed by the riding in tandem. 1,045 riding in tandem was killed. Question ko, kasi kanina may binabanggit po kayo that when that kay Kian De Los Santos happened, yung situation niya, those personalities involved, the PNP officials, were dismissed and convicted.
Yes, they were convicted, Mr. Chairman.
And having said that, we have a case of like 6,000 cases of alleged extrajudicial killing. And during your term as chief on PNP, ilang taon po ba kayo sa pagiging chief PNP?
More than a year, Mr. Chairman, around 18 months, if I'm not mistaken.
And during your incumbency, do you have any knowledge about how many were killed on these alleged extrajudicial killings that happened?
I think we can get that statistics from either from the DIDM or the Directorate per person, but from the DIDM probably we can get that statistics, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, siguro the DIDM, can you kindly give us the data on this, punta po lang tayo doon kay what's her name? Naiiyak ako doon kanina kasi pasensya na po kayo, Mr. Chairman, mababa po yung aking luha. So ito si Lore Pasco. Andito ba si Lore Pasco? Si Lore Pasco kanina, she delivered a message. Asa si Lore Pasco? Yan, ma'am. Kanina po kasi binabanggit niyo po yung mga anak po ninyo. 2 anak niyo po ba yung namatay? And recently also, one was mentioned that 3 namang magkakapatid yung pinatay during the war on drugs, correct? And this incident that happened with your family, will you tell us that kasi binanggit po ninyo dito kanina, sinabi niyo to that inaantay ko na lamang po yung ICC na mag-take over. Wala na pa kayong tiwala sa justice system natin. And that's the reason why sinabi nyo, inaantay nyo na lamang po yung ICC to take effect or to take over of the case that was filed in the International Criminal Court.
Sa totoo lang po, talagang nawala na po kami ng tiwala. Kasi po sa tagal na 7 years na hong namatay yung aking mga anak. Hanggang ngayon po wala pa rin kaming hustisyang nakakamit. Kaya paano po sasabihin na kumbaga kailan namin makakamit ang hustisya. Kaya nga po kami ay dumulog dito sa inyong committee para po na tulungan po kami para ipursu po yung case namin na final sa ICC. Kasama po yung lahat ng mga biktimang tinanggalan po ng karapatang pantao.
So nakakaramdam po kayo ng you feel that justice will be served if the ICC will take over of this case. Is that what yun po yung gusto niyo po na sabihin sa amin?
Yes po.
Kay Shira Escudero. Taga San Pedro City to, kaya medyo lugar ko to eh. And medyo nagulat lamang ako na yung saan barangay ka sa San Pedro?
Kuyab po.
Sa Cuyab.
And I think you visited Kuyab already po dati. Hindi ko lang po maalala kung anong taon.
Baka nadala ko may patay. Diba? Oo nga eh. Hindi, lagi ako dyan sa Cuyab. But
Pastor ang father niya.
I nearly cried.
Kung Dan, pastor ang father niya.
Yeah, I know. And that's the reason why I wanted to ask her, no? Kasi yung patay, nalaman po lang ninyo at nalaman ninyo
Kung
na naandun pala sa
Kung Dan,
Porac at
dali
sa
lang.
Angeles. Yes, Mr. Chair.
Nato po siyang governor, ha?
So, Shira Escudero,
Yes.
we know the feeling, of a person na namatayan tayo. Even my dad, when he died, I cried a lot of times. Even after a year, I was still crying. So much more that your brother,
Yes.
ay namatay because you don't know what's the reason why. Lucky me, I know the reason why my dad passed away. But you, hindi mo alam kung bakit siya pinatay. And that adds more dun sa feeling that you are feeling right now. Di ba? So,
Yes.
would you agree with me na ganun din ang nararamdaman mo katulad kay Ma'am Lore na the reason why you're here because nawawalan ka na rin ng pag-asa sa justice system natin. Huwag naman sana.
Yung experience po namin, even if we know na possible nga na natukhang, kasi yung police na rin yung nagbigay sa amin ng ideya na baka natukhang. Tapos nung panahon na yon, bago pa lang po yung drug war, di ba po? So hindi ko pa fully grasp ano ba talaga yung ginagawa sa tukhang. Tapos, pero di ba maingay na rin po yung kay Kian noon. September po yung kapatid ko. October yung kay Kian. So, at na-reaffirm mo parang na ano po siya sa akin na parang, ayun nga po, na eto pala, nangyayari pala talaga siya. It's really happening. Kasi nangyari po sa amin eh. Pero despite the fact na pakiramdam namin ay may involvement yung police, lumapit pa rin po kami sa San Pedro City Jail. Ano po kami?
Ano nangyari na lumapit kayo sa San Pedro City Jail?
Naggawa po sila ng report na missing yung kapatid ko. Tapos po, hopping ng iba't ibang police station sa loob ng San Pedro. And plan na rin po namin nun, pumunta na rin po sa mga kalapit pa Cavite, yung parents ko, and plan na rin namin na lumabas pa ng South. Opo.
Is this a part of the written letter that was addressed to the Chief of Police of San Pedro City where the COP refused also to give all the documents? Can you kindly give us that information? Because
Yes,
I'm
Your
personally interested on the issue of the San Pedro City. Not because
We will
of
just check it,
not
Your
because it is a part of my district, but because I nearly cried a while ago when I was listening to her. So, Mr. Chair, isa na lang po ang tatanong ko na lang po ay tungkol po
Ano
kay
yun, Kong Dan, no? Gusto ko lang i-pursue yung question mo kanina. Hindi na nabanggit mo siya na yung kapatid mo tinali ba o ano bang ginawa sa kanya?
Nakasubsob po siya sa damuhan sa likod ng isang subdivision sa Angeles, Pampanga. Nakatali po yung kamay ng packaging tape, yung wrist po niya, pati yung paa niya, binte, and naka-packaging tape po. Balot po ng packaging tape.
Naniniwala ka na pulis ang gumawa, no?
Based po sa evidence na nakita ng investigator doon, possible po na link siya sa police pero napakahirap pa rin po. Yung custody po kasi ng evidence ay hindi namin alam kung na-preserve ba o
Anong taon po yan?
2017 po. Tapos may basyo rin po ng bala na nakuha doon.
Hindi pa kayo ang Director General.
Apa.
Si Senator Bato pa din. Oh, okay.
Yeah, correct, Mr. Chair.
Senator Bato, di ba?
Yung bullet po, yung kalibre po nung bala is 9mm ang sabi po ng investigator ay pulis ang kadalasan na gumagamit ng ganong klaseng baril. Pero nga po dahil takot yung mga tao na magsalita, nung una may mga nagkukwento kung ano yung nakita nila, hanggang sa dahil nga takot din po sila na madamay, napakahirap po mag-gather ulit ng evidences. And kami lang rin po yung nagpunta sa iba't ibang lugar, kumausap sa Pampanga, sa San Pedro, naghanap ng iba't ibang CCTV footage na suppose po ay ginagawa sana ng kapulisan. Pero di ba po, kahit na dismayado kami noong mga panahon na yun, sa kanila pa rin kami lumapit. Even nung pagkatapos ilibing nung kapatid ko, sinundo po nila kami sa bahay para kumuha ulit sila ng statement. Nag-submit ako ng lahat ng pwede kong isubmit na information. Nakipag-cooperate po ako, maasa na matutulungan nila kami, magagawa nila ng paraan, di ba po, parang maimbestigahan nila. Pero ilang taon na po, wala pa rin nangyari. Yung mga taong involved po, pakalat-kalat lang sa community namin. Link din po sa kabilang.
Hanggang ngayon.
Opo.
Di ba
And
na-
link din po
Shira,
sa kapulisan.
Tulad ng concern ni Kong Dan, dahil taga San Pedro ka, ako may concern din ako, pastor ang tatay mo eh. So,
Yeah.
can we request yung tatay mong pastor ay maimbitahan dito?
I will try to ask po si Papa kasi for them po sobrang traumatizing na nung nangyari. And even si Mama, nahihirapan po siyang magsalita. Pag tinanong siya what happened, nahihirapan siya magkwento. And si Papa, syempre
Is
po,
he still pastoring now?
tumigil po siya ng ilang taon pagkatapos mamatay ng kapatid ko. Tapos bumalik na po siya ulit sa pagpipreach. And weeks ago po, may bininyagan siya. So tuloy-tuloy po yung pagsaserve niya ngayon sa church.
Tell him that Bishop Abate would like to talk to him.
I will tell him po.
Okay.
And your brother is also a church worker.
No po. Teenager po siya noon.
How old is he during
18
that
po
time?
siya. Nung namatay, 18 years old lang po siya. And
Estudyante siya.
nag-work na po kasi siya dahil nagkaanak po agad siya very early.
No
So,
bad record or whatever.
wala po siyang bad record sa barangay and even sa police station.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chair, magdala lang ako dito sa isang issue na lang na kasi
Tulad Kong Dan nung isang kinausap natin na nadamay lang ha.
yun na nga,
Nadamay lang, patay.
And if I may, Mr. Chairman, I wanted also nga sana to ask that victim na kung saan tatlo yung mga namatay na magkakapatid. And those deaths, 3 siblings during the war on drugs. I just wanted to ask sana yung kung nandyan po yun. Nandito po ba yun? Wala. Wala, no? Maganda sana natin makinig sa kanila. But going back to Mr. Manuel Mogato, hindi ako makaget over doon sa I really wanted to find out kung to give us more information on these people na sinasabi that reward system. Kasi first time ko na dinig na itong war on drugs ay merong reward system. So you're trying to tell us, or trying to tell this committee that those killings of those people that victimized under the war on drugs were paid?
Iyon po ang sabi sa amin na
Ni General.
ng
Ni
reward system.
General
Mendoza.
Mendoza. And during the time of General Mendoza, Manuel Mogato, sino ang mga right hand man niya?
Kilala eh. Kasi retired na po siya. Nung
makausap siya.
Nung makausap namin.
At itong mga kapitan na kausap mo, recently mo lang siya kausap? Or, kasi what I'm trying
During that time,
What I'm trying to
2017.
point out, Mr. Manuel Mogato, kasi galing ka sa Reuters, alam mo, medyo pinagkakatiwalaan natin yan, no? So, what I'm trying to point out, maybe nagkaroon siya ng change of heart, itong kapitan. He might be able to attend this hearing and to reveal something on this issue of the reward system that you are trying to tell us. Kasi kung talagang merong ganong klase ng mga police that is basing their killings on the payment that they are going to receive, kakaunti lang yan. Kung 6,000 tong taong to na pumatay, itong namatay na 6,000 at ang pumatay dito ay 6,000 lamang. At meron tayong 220 policemen, abay nadadamay ang lahat ng police. And we have to reveal those people who are bad eggs of the organization because they're bringing down the whole of organization, and that is bad for the country. And that's the reason why we wanted. Kaya dapat tapos na ako dito eh. Naisip ko lamang eh. Magaling ka, Edgar. Nakikita ko. Can you kindly tell him? Make a hero out of him. Invite him in this Congress. Mr. Chairman, may we ask Mr. Mugato kung you have this strength?
Your Honor, yung pong information about the reward system galing po sa retired general. No? Ang basehan po niya ay meron siyang 17 na active duty PNP officers na nagsabi sa kanya. Ngayon, yung 17 officers, hindi po namin kilala dahil hindi naman niya po sa amin pinakilala. At yung kanyang reward system ay nasa report po niya. No? Ang report po niya ay binigay niya sa CBCP on that time, January
Report na binigay.
2017.
Sino po nagbigay ng report?
Si General po,
Binigay sa?
CBCP.
So, andun si Father, kasama ba si Noel, si Bro Noel Gatchalian? Sa kanila ba binigay sa CBCP? Kasama ba sila doon?
Ay, hindi, mga bishop po ata yung kausap niya eh.
So, Bishop ang kausap ni General. General ulit, I forgot the name. Mendoza. What's the first name?
Rodolfo.
So, ibinigay niya sa mga bishop.
Saan po?
At
Saan
sino,
po, Bishop?
anong pangalan ng bishop na pinagbigyan niya?
Hindi ko po maalala sino ang presidente ng CBCP noon, pero
What year was that? Nung nakausap ko si
2017.
General,
2017.
Can you kindly ask COMSEC and we direct the COMSEC to find out who is the president, who is the chairman of the CBCP during that time?
We will find out and we will be calling
And asking him, or kaya ma-invite po natin para
January
shed
po,
light on this
January.
issue.
Gusto ko lang malaman kung if the former Director General Albayalde knows about the reward system in the Philippine National Police.
Sorry, Mr. Chairman, wala po akong idea doon. I
Pero
have no idea.
binabanggit din ang quota system eh. Which is actually a reward system, quota system.
Yes, in fairness, Mr. Chairman, wala po kaming nakuhang quota when we were the commander.
Pero
Wala
meron
po
quota
kaming
system.
nakuhang instruction specifically, whether it's informal or formal instruction, wala pong ganon, Mr. Chairman. And may I just add po, Mr. Chairman, kung yung pong pinag-uusapan na 6,225 are all unsolved cases, baka pwede po nating matanong siguro also from the DIDM. I'm sure hindi po yung lahat na 6,225 cases na yon are all unsolved. I'm sure there are some that are solved pero meron pong death, no? Pero baka meron pong mga na-file na kaso, we can identify the perpetrators actually.
Yes. I think, Mr. Chairman, that is a good suggestion from the former GPNP, that yung 6,000 alleged victim of EJK, do you have a record? Kasi yung mga akadim kanina, you have all the data out of the 6,200 ba yan that was victimized? Ilan na po dyan yung convicted, ilan yung sold, ilan yung pending?
Wala pa kaming ganong datos pero mayroon kaming porsyento na 66% nung sa record namin ay gagagawa ng pulis.
Yes, oo. And actually, 56% nakalagay ito sa
66 po.
66%
Ano
gawa
kagagawa ng police?
PNP.
Pinatay sila lahat?
Yung pagpatay ay nangyari sa course ng operasyon ng pulis.
And
Kung Dan, I would think that Attorney Nery would know about that, no? But more than 6,000 or all of them pinatayan.
Yes, Mr. Chair. That was the report actually of the PNP. In real,
Report ng PNP.
yes, the
So ilan
6,000.
po ang report ng PNP na nasold?
That was the question. In fact, the question of General Albayalde will be answered by the PNP kasi they reported 6,200, Mr. Chair. They should tell us now to convince us na, it's being investigated. However, Mr. Chair, the moment that the PNP will only say, we believe in human rights, very statistical ang points dito, Mr. Chair. No anecdotal answer from the PNP is required about cleansing, we need the statistics, we need the data. Mataki na, Mr. Chair, 6,200 from them. Galing sa UP, galing sa numbers, all numbers.
6,200 ang pinatay.
32.
Yun lang gusto ko.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
6,200 ang pinatay.
Pero ang tanong, Mr. Chair, naimbestigahan ba ito? The PNP should know. If they want to convince us that they did in fact investigate. However, Mr. Chair, in paragraph 86 of the government's appeal to the ICC, kung basahin nyo yung appeal na yon, paragraph 86, the government admitted 52 lang ang naimbestigahan nila. That's why...
Hindi na-solve, na-imbestigahan.
Correct, Mr. Chair. Kasi kung 52, kahit pa nga na-solve yung 52, that is still not enough, Mr. Chair.
I would like to ask any incumbent official of the Philippine National Police of the records that is being asked here being said by Attorney Neri.
Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair,
Yeah, go ahead, Congressman Ako.
You stated a while ago that we invited the chief of the Philippine National Police, and he is not around, Mr. Chair.
Yes.
And therefore, he would have sent somebody. May we know from the different police officers who would be speaking for and on behalf of the chief Philippine National Police?
Is there any?
Sino ang representative niya? Kasi para siya ang mag-direct ng mga kuwan.
Hindi, sapagkat kung wala siyang representative, we will be asking him to explain bakit wala siya rito. But the thing is, even if he sends someone to represent him, he must be here. In the next hearing we're going to conduct, we demand that the Director General of the Philippines be here. We will demand that.
Mr. Chair. Yeah. For the meantime, Mr. Chair, may we request in relation to the question of the Honorable Ako that the representative of the PNP Director General be recognized to possibly answer the question of PNP Chief Albayalde.
Mr. Chair, I asked that question simply because the representative of the chief PNP would know who would be able to answer the questions propounded by the other resource persons and by the members of this committee. Siya lang dapat ang magsasabi kung sino ang sasagot. Yun ang one on. So that's why I asked for the representative of the chief PNP. I still have the floor, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chairman, may I be clarified on the query of Congressman Ako? We were
On what?
kasi ang parang question natin sa PNP, how many were solved out of the 6,000 cases? Yun po ba ang tanong?
No.
Ang tanong.
Yun ang tanong. Ngayon, sino ang sasagot dapat? Appropriate na sasagot doon sa PNP officers.
Okay, Mr. Chair. Klaro. Sige.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair, sir, to this August body. I was designated as the team leader of this group for this meeting, and being the designated office primarily responsible for this hearing, sir. And I am limited within my designation as the Chief Human Rights Affairs Office, wherein monitoring of cases. However, our
Before you
internal
answer that,
affairs service.
before you answer that, do you know the reason why the Director General is not here today?
I think he was attending another Senate hearing, sir.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, sir. Regarding the matters in question, sir, our internal affairs service, having that motu proprio function in anything that involves killings or discharge of firearms when it comes to PNP personnel or any police operations for that matter, they have the data, sir, and our representative from Internal Affairs Service for this hearing can present the data, sir.
Go ahead. Sino po ang represent ang data? Go ahead, please. Okay. Were you among those that took the oath? You did. Okay, go ahead. Please sit. Will you please identify yourself and your title in the organization?
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair, and to the honorable members of this committee. I'm Attorney Jasper Paul Evangelio, current Chief of the Records and Docket Section of our office. And it just so happened, Your Honor, that I am in possession of all the administrative charges filed against our erring PNP police officers. In fact, while listening to some of our resource speakers, I was able po to extract yung iba po sa mga pangalan sa raw data ko. But for purposes po of, I believe that there's certain exceptions po, no? Kaya ang ipepresent ko po today, I already asked naman for clearance, and ipepresent ko po, Your Honor, yung statistical data ng kung gaano po karami yung administratibong kaso na na-file po laban po sa ating mga kapulisan. And with your permission.
But that was ano lang
Mr.
we're
Chair.
talking about the EJK We're
Yes.
not talking about the
Yeah.
whole administrative cases that was filed on different cases.
As far as the Internal Affairs Service, Your Honor, Mr. Chair, is concerned, my only role for this particular hearing is to just present the administrative case. But with regard to EJK, Your Honor, I have no data concerning that, Your Honor.
Congressman ako.
Mr. Chair, may I request that General Francisco take the seat?
General Francisco.
General Francisco, so that all the members and the resource persons will be on the same page. Could you please tell the members of this committee and the other resource persons, what is the protocol insofar as investigating alleged extrajudicial killings by law enforcers? Could you please brief us para malaman namin yung protocol talaga?
Yes, Your Honor.
Investigate yung criminal aspect, sino nag-iimbestiga doon sa administrative aspect? Dahil alam ko, may protocol ito eh.
Yes, Your Honor. For the information of this committee, once there is a death or killing involved in any police operation, the administrative side of it will be taken over by the Internal Affairs Service or the motu proprio function of this service, while the criminal aspect will be taking care of the local police. In it, they may create an SITG. It is Special Investigation Task Group.
SITG.
Special Investigation Task Group, wherein CIDG is a member of it. Once this SITG conducts its investigation, and at a certain point in time, there will be no suspect, no update, it will be turned over to CIDG as a cold case. And the CIDG will pursue it until its completion or referral to the prosecution service. Now, we have also a record of police operations where suspects has been killed or died, and we have that record in our DIDM, being also the former director of the Directorate for Investigation and Detective Management. And I think my colleague who changed me has this record of those who died in police operations during this period.
General Francisco, I would think that you have been remiss with your responsibility as far as the statement of Attorney Neri is concerned. Am I right, Attorney Neri?
Yes, Mr. Chair. I know General Francisco from way back in his MPD days, and that's the point I'd like to draw in. First, Mr. Chair.
MPD, were you with the MPD before?
Yes, Your Honor, I'm the former director of the Manila Police District.
When was that?
2020 to 2022, Your Honor.
Okay.
So, Mr. Chair, if I may. Mr. Chair, if I may continue. Thank you, Mr. Chair. First, the data were presented. The question to the PNP today is, so ilan ang naimbestigahan nyo? And we're talking of the IDM, CIDG, IAS. Ang question lang talaga ng mga pamilya ng biktima, anong criminal cases? Ang admin kasi madali lang yan eh. Pero yung criminal may patay eh. So, ulitin ko lang, Mr. Chair, under the rules of engagement, Section 154, it was in the slides, sinabi doon, pag may police operation at may patay, at inamin ng police na patay pero self-defense ng laban, ang rule, Mr. Chair, sampaan talaga siya ng kaso. Ang self-defense is a matter of defense sa trial. Hindi pwedeng sabihin pumatay ako dyan, tapos sabihin ko lang may dumating na po, Neri, pinatay mo kapit ba? Self-defense. Okay pala. No, kakasuhan talaga ako, Mr. Chair. First.
Meron ko pa sa attorney, hindi ba, General Francisco, kapag ang pulis nakapatay, ano mang sitwasyon yan the PNP suspense him immediately?
No, sir. It will go to investigation. Due process will be observed, and if suspension is necessary, we will do it. But, Mr. Chair, I told you a while ago that being the former director of the Directorate for Investigation and Detective Management, we have a record of those police operations that there is a death or killing involved.
Attorney Neri.
Well, the rules require an inquest. An inquest is a criminal proceeding. Hindi siya admin. Kasi we've seen the reports naman na, may admin cases sa pamilya ng biktima, namatay yung 3 anak ko, tapos admin, reprimand, or so yun ang problema. Ngayon, Mr. Chair, ito ang worrisome because the police cannot provide the data. Ang sabi kanina ng police, we are for human rights. The Human Rights Office, forgive me, ang concept ng human rights includes access to justice. If the Human Rights Office of the police doesn't consider access to justice as human rights, then hindi siya comprehensive human rights. Pag sinabi, IAS kasi yan, di namin alam. No, the Human Rights Office should be concerned that these people, Shera, Mrs. Codero, cannot access the documents. She cannot file a case in court. She has no evidence. A violation ng human rights yan. You cannot continue saying we support human rights, but ang daming nagtatanong. Secondly, Mr. Chair, what was actually mentioned by the Solgen was actually a freedom of information aspect. And it's in the EO2 that police investigations cannot be given parang absent approval kasi FOI siya. Exception siya sa FOI. So how can, ibig sabihin, Mr. Chair, if I may, I'm very passionate here, that's a matter of policy. Policy yan from the Duterte administration na huwag yung bigyan yan. Yung mga pamilya na yan, huwag yung police investigation to eh. That is the second problem here. Because now you cannot charge the family or kung lang kayo nagka-file ng kaso, wala. Minsan autopsy report, hindi makuha ni Attorney Chrissy. Thirdly, Mr. Chair, CHR ang humingi, i-FOI mo. I mean, why should the police FOI the CHR? This is a government agency. In fact, yung relatives of the victims, hindi dapat padaanan ng FOI yan. Anak niyang namatay. Tapos sabi, hindi, sa EO2 kasi hindi pwede. So all these things, Mr. Chair, lead to hindi niya masisi ang mga pamilya ng biktima na mag-isip, hindi, kakutsaba kayo. Kasi binanggit ko yung 3-4 na instances na wala silang access. And the police, I'm very sad to say, you don't consider lack of access of the victims to police investigation, to documents, to the courts, to the justice system as not a human rights violation. Sabi nga ni Chair kanina, in fact, he thinks justice delayed is already injustice in itself.
ito, hindi lang ito justice delayed, this is justice denied kasi hindi ma-access ng pamilya ng CHR. And now, ang Kongreso itself, a co-equal branch, will have to ask the President, pwede ba humingi ng kopya ng report ni Secretary Guevara? I mean, this is a plenary power of Congress and this involves human rights. I would like to think that the President will give in to the request of the House. What I'm just pointing at is, ganito ba talaga ang sistema natin? Pahirapan talaga bago makakuha ng dokumento. Even CHR, even Congress, former secretary cannot get these documents. So how much more the poor family si Nanay Lloren? Can you blame them if they go to the ICC? Other than the fact that the president is immune from suit, kaya talaga hindi siya makasuhan dito. But just the fact, 52 cases have only been investigated no matter what you say. Even if in the subsequent report of the general who will come over, he will say 1,000 cases are being investigated or prosecuted. Mr. Chair, kulang yan. 6,200, 1,000 lang ang pinoprosecute. Then, if we cite anecdotal examples of, ay, si Kian na, pero we can cite some cases.
Thank you, Attorney.
Mr. Chair, if I may ask Attorney Colmenares, our former
Go ahead,
colleague.
and afterwards, okay man ako.
Attorney Colmenares, no? Yung sinasabi niyo pong 52 investigated cases, where did you get it?
From the government's appeal to the International Criminal Court. When the ICC denied
Galing po to sa
appeal,
ICC.
Gobyerno.
Sa government natin.
Government.
But it was rendered by the ICC.
No. When the ICC, Mr. Chair, said na tuloy ang investigasyon, the government appealed. Please huwag niyong ituloy kasi nag-imbestiga naman kami.
And they said that we have
They said that
52
we are
investigating
Well, at least
cases.
that's what we saw, Mr. Chair, in paragraph 86
Okay.
of the appeal. So yun lang, Mr. Chair, in short, I think it is incumbent on the PNP to provide the data kasi hindi talaga ma-produce yan kahit ako abogado. Imagine, CHR cannot even produce it. Sila lang talagang may hawak dito. And the fact that it has been going on since 2016 until now, that is tantamount to a lot of injustice, Mr. Chair. And now that they cannot even answer a question, which is good for them sana. If they say 6,200 killings, naimbestigahan namin 5,375. But even that, they cannot answer, Mr. Chair. It really shows na there is, napakita ko sa slide ko, a lack of interest to investigate and prosecute, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair, ito na po. Last na ako. Tapos na po ako. Hindi na po ako magtatanong. Ito na lang.
Pwede po ba na bigyan niyo ko pinansin?
Mr. Chair, I think my colleague Attorney Nericol Manares did not get my point. I told this body a while ago that we have a data in our Director for Investigation and Detective Management. The deaths and killings that happened from July 2016 to June 30, 2022.
Can you submit that to us?
Yes, and
Mr.
the IDM, which I am not a part of it now,
Yes.
has this.
After
Can you kindly categorize lamang po na kasi ang binanggit po kanina sa data is 66% during its operation of PNP and 27%, 1,045 committed by the riding in tandem. So, can you kindly put that in your submission as well? Yung 27% that was mentioned by Mr. Joel Ariarte, di ba? Binanggit po ninyo that 1,045 riding in tandem was killed because of this
Yes, Mr.
riding
Chair, we
tandem.
will take note of that data coming from our invited
Thank you,
resource
Mr. Chair.
speakers.
I'm done.
Mr. Chair.
Maraming salamat po.